Alright, I'd like to call this game, or use this game to illustrate the power of a pinned piece. So let's just watch this develop here. I know a lot of these moves probably not the best. I don't really want to critique on them. It's more just to emphasize the point of a pinned piece. Okay, so right now the bishop is pinned. Now let's keep an eye on that bishop and see what develops. So right there, the pawn is going to move up one. This pawn right here is going to move up one, and it's going to do a reveal check with a pinned piece, the bishop. So there's the revealed check. The bishop is pinned by the rook, but it still is able to check the king. Now this is interesting because the queen can now take this. The rook comes out to attack the queen. The queen can now take the rook without fear of the bishop because the bishop is pinned. But now look what happened. Now the queen herself is pinned by a pinned piece. Kind of interesting. So the queen can interfere here, but then using the power of the pinned piece, the bishop, the queen is able to use, even though the bishop can't really attack, his presence is still there to help the queen checkmate the king. The king cannot take the queen because the bishop is there protecting the queen, even though the bishop is pinned. So really, he can't really even move, but yet he still offers protection for the queen to checkmate the king basically by herself, because really the support that he can lend isn't really even there. It's more like imaginary because he cannot attack, or he would leave his king open to check. So it's kind of interesting how the queen can use the pinned bishop to checkmate the king. And so you could see how that bishop was pretty powerful and quite a bit of the last of the endgame there. And I know that could have played out differently, but just to show the situation there and what a pinned piece can actually do. You saw a revealed check with a pinned piece, you saw a pinned piece pinning another piece, and then you saw a pinned piece lending its power to checkmate a king, because the king can't take the queen, because the pinned piece is still protecting the queen. So, interesting little end game there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.